and thank you for tuning into Joyrip Daily News segment. In today's update, we explore the factor influencing the worldwide steel industry. I'm Stephen, and joining me here is Jenna. Let's kick off today's news. The first news is Indonesia has announced new incentive to encourage sale of locally produced and imported electric vehicles, aka EVs. In its latest bid to boost take-up of environment-friendlier cars as well as attract investment to its domestic EV industry. Under new rules made public late on Tuesday, Indonesia will remove luxury tax on EVs for the 2024 fiscal year and imported tax until the end of 2025. It will also lower value-added tax to 1% from 11%. For EV buyers this year, extending a tax break that had expired at the end of 2023. The incentives are aimed at stimulating domestic demand for EVs while attracting investment by automakers, the government has said. Many EV makers has disclosure plan to launch vehicles to Indonesia since the government announced its intention to introduce the incentive. The government aimed for 600,000 EV to be domestically produced by 2030. That would be more than 100 times the number sold in Indonesia in the first half of 2022. It's also aimed to become an EV production hub, leveraging the country's vast nickel reserves, an important material for EV batteries.
British Australian multinational Rio Tinto's Board of Directors had approved the world's largest mining project, the Simandou iron ore project. The company is expected to begin infrastructure work this year on the massive Simandou iron ore project, which will be the world's largest and highest-grade new iron ore mine. Rio Tinto plans to invest $6.2 billion in mining, rail, and port projects in China, in partnership with 5 companies from China. Due to the complexity of the project, it has been in the state of long-term negotiation at present. The final investment approved for Tinto's Chinese partner is still pending, but Rio Tinto said it could be approved soon.
After a significant rise of more than 3.5% in prices on the European Commodity Exchange (LME) yesterday, nickel has continued to rise today and is currently above $70,000 per metric ton. Nickel prices on the Asian SFFE also rose by more than 3.1% today. The rise in prices is due to the US government's announcement that it is to introduce a new package of sanctions against Russia. The market reacted to this and priced in the high probability of sanctions against Russia, nickel, and aluminum export.
Southeastern Flagstaff is a subsidiary of the South Group of the Germany-listed steel and technology groups. Autobus Energy and Southeastern Flagstaff signed a 10-year power purchase agreement. Under the agreement, Autobus Energy will provide Southeastern Flagstaff with 126,000 MW of clean and electricity for green steel production through the Southeastern Low Carbon Steelmaking Program. The company intends to reduce carbon emissions by 95% during the conventional steel production process by using green hydrogen electrolyzed from renewable energy. Meanwhile, Autobus Energy is boosting the green energy activities in Germany, with plans to invest more than €1 billion in clean energy infrastructure by 2027.
Canada Trade Minister Mary Ng announced that from the beginning of November 5, 2024, steel importers would be needed to report country of poor information to the Canada Border Services agent when declaring as custom. Steel importers have 2 options to begin reporting the information regarding the country where the raw material was first produced. This should be ensure that the steel industry is more flexible and go through all smooth transitions to mandatory reporting in November. According to Mary, this will bring more reliability and flexibility to the North American steel industry. Global Affairs Canada will collect and analyze data and publish reports on steel import trend accordingly.
According to the shipping line information, the impact of Red Sea crisis may continue into the second quarter and even extend to the third quarter. The shipping line also asks customers to prepare in advance before the peak shipping season approach. According to the statistics released by the U.S. research company, because the demand for the industrial materials such as steel and plastics only increased. As a result, the volume of containers from Asia to the U.S. increased by 60% year-on-year in January 2024 and has already increased for 5 consecutive months. The European Steel Association is pushing for stricter control on scrap export. The first step in this direction have already been taken from January 2024. A new waste shipment regulation will come into force, which sets technology barrier for scrap export to countries outside the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. In case of further tightening of the condition for scrap export from Europe, Turkey risks facing a shortage of raw material for its own steel industry. And I'm Jenna.
I'm Stephen.
Representing the sales department and purchasing desk of Jarib Metal. Keep following us for update daily news in Jarib Metal. Thank you and stay tuned for the update news.